Alright, let's not mess around too long. While we have this little gap in the morning, let's get on that road. Yesterday we actually booked 3 games, which is something we've never done before. But we are looking to try and get the series up to 50 games before next week starts. And because we are trying to do that, we are trying to play when we have a chance. Alright, with the black pieces, putting that Zen mode on, I do prefer it. Is my mic active? It is. Good news. Let's go. E4, we're going to C5, play Sicilian. Alapin, I'm going to play D5, the Barmen Defense, or Barmen something. Take with the Queen. Knight f6. We can play any of these moves. I prefer this one. It's what I like. It's a few lines that I kind of know a little bit, but really anything is okay. Either of those. This line is a little bit tricky though. If white plays well, then you can get into some trouble here. So letting them take is actually fine. So knight f6 I think is a move. Taking the knight and then taking here is also a move. Knight f6, they take, we castle long is a very interesting game, and I think actually we're going to go for it. Because I had this in a league game a while back. And our opponent did not allow me to play that because they didn't take here. I think they played knight a5 in that game. Oh, knight a3, sorry, I must say knight a5. There's also a really fun, after knight bd2, there's a really fun queen sack line, queen for 3 minors. Here, 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 here. And then I think they take, and then you pin it to the queen. Something like that. You can win it with e6 if you need to. I don't remember the line too well right now, but I know it exists, and it's really fun. And actually in that case I think that black is slightly better even, so that's a fun one, but we'll see. I'm expecting them to just take the pawn. It looks like a free pawn, right? And it is, to be honest. And we'll trade queens. And then I think we'll castle and just take the activity. E5 is a move. And then knight over to d5 is a move. Also taking that knight first and then knight d5 is a move. Apparently I think in that line taking the dark square bishop is not that great. I kind of forgot a little bit, to be honest. But I think that's something like, okay, our opponent's going to wait for a second, so I'm going to double check that my son is sleeping well because the camera is not covering completely. I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Right back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, very interesting, okay. So, what did they play? Bishop e2. Now I'm not so sure. Now I think I'm going to take. If you insist not to, maybe I snap off. Maybe I take and then take here. Oh, hang on. The nanny cam is swapping settings constantly. Device settings on. Just keep that night vision active all the time so it doesn't, because the Camera keeps clicking if it changes. Alright, so I think we take once, and then we take the knight. I think they're just playing into an IQP here, to be honest. Unless they take with one of the minor pieces, but I would be slightly surprised about that, to be honest. Take. I do also see that if they take the rook, the knight, we can take there, but then they can kind of trap us a little bit. You know, that's not too nice. They've got two pieces attacking the minor piece. So knight takes, we take, then might be okay. Then we take, they come out, and we can kind of slip away. They take there. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Maybe it's no good. Maybe that G2 pawn is just always a little bit too dangerous. A little morning coffee. Nothing too serious, just a little soya milk that's been heated up. Oh, they do take with the knight, okay. I feel like there's got to be some mistakey kind of thing here. Take. If they take with the queen, then I can do this, because they're not helping the rook. If they take with the bishop, I can push it away and still take. Still get this. I feel like this should be kind of okay for me. So which way do I take first? Take here? Maybe not. Let me take the knight first. Then take here. Do I want to keep my knight square bishop sitting around? Take the knight. They take with the queen. If they take with the queen, I can still grab this guy here, I guess. Nah, but this is getting kind of dicey. Alright, we're gonna snap the knight. Let's do it. Don't think too long on these moves. There is a little check over there we've got to be careful of. I think we might even just castle long. Oh wow, okay, so they actually just accept the IQP. Straight up. So this pawn's not hanging as well, but they do get this kind of, you know, this is just, it's very dangerous for our king. So. E6, I think could be good. We do currently cover E6 though, queen over here. It's kind of tough. The E5, they take. What if we... No, then they do. So what if we take, and then we go here? Probably bishop back. What if we castle long in this situation? They probably castle. Then E6. Our king's pretty exposed. In all of these lines, our king is pretty exposed. E5 should be okay, probably, I guess. Gives us some defensive measures. E5, they take, we take. That is going to ruin the whole point of the opening, though. What about if we play bishop D5? Oh, what if we play rook C1, looking to do this, or this? Rook C1, they castle over here. Queen only has 2 squares to go to. No, rook spin to our queen though, that seems kind of silly as well. Hitting the dark square bishop seems a bit silly. Yeah, I think I gotta just make a plan here, to be honest. Take there and then do this. Just so the knight can't come up here. I think we're going to take the knight now, yeah. We got this covered. We can still jump our knight back or our queen back to cover the queen check. If they take with the queen for some crazy reason, then we're definitely going here. Well, I'm pretty sure they're taking with the rook. They always have this move. We can get out of the immediate danger. Bishop back. We can put our queen somewhere here. Oh, we can actually get onto the light square diagonal maybe. Stopping the king from castling for a bit. Good morning, by the way. I see there's a few people watching. Always nice. Appreciate it. What time is it? It's 7:30 a.m. in Japan, so most viewers are US or EU based. So it's either like late night. What's it in America right now? Late night as well, and a different time. Late night in Europe and kind of late or afternoonish in America. I can never remember. There's so much time difference, and between the time zones in America as well. Oh, they do go for the check immediately. Interesting. Okay. So I can just if I do this, they're probably gonna put their bishop over here, and I'm screwed. So I guess this is the move I have to play. Yeah, here they take, and I can go like this. Actually, here and they take, and I can go like this. Here they come out to attack it again. I can take with check, and then run back to defend. What am I missing? Double attacking it immediately, I don't think that works. Alright, well let's see. We still have this pawn hanging as well now. This guy is once defended. If we castle long, just kind of going crazy a little bit. Yeah, so now I think I can take this. You come out, I'll take you with check, you come out, I can defend it again. So this feels pretty good for me, to be honest. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a chance here. Clearly my king is a bit not great. I need to play e6 at some point to get my dark square bishop in the game. But in the immediate, I'm threatening stuff with check, which gives me some time. If they jump their king up, do I just kind of try and trade queens immediately over... I can't get in there. No, that's no good. Then I might as well just go here again. Or here, but no, this is nice. Extra defense. I could also try and play b6 and force a queen trade now that I'm up some stuff. Oh, the aircon's taking off. I hope it's not too much of a bother. Let's see. Yesterday, for the very first time, I did some viewer games, and that was really fun. I've never done that before, actually. That was really enjoyable. So I think maybe in the future we'll do a bit of that as well. And I added it onto the end of the training game. So we finished the training game. Oh, yeah, so they are connecting the rooks with the king just sitting in the middle. Alright, so if I do this now, isn't that kind of good for me? If you take, I can come in with a little check, cheeky check, and I can pick up the pawn if I need to. It also opens up my dark square bishop, which might be good. Here. Otherwise, just queen back first and then here. So queen back, bishop over. I don't think that's too much of a bother, to be honest. You take. That's pretty okay for us. We're still up a pawn in that game. Yeah, probably don't even want to train queens though, to be honest. Castling long, they take here. Don't think that's good for us. E6 instead. E6, E5, or just queen back. Queen back, bishop over. E6 looks pretty good. Alright, let's just pull our queen back. We've got to keep this guy defended. There's various ways they can try and attack it, although I think this is the only one that makes sense because E6 is very easy to stop that side. Rook over, putting some pressure on RG pawn is pretty good, but currently it's not really something we're worried about. Okay, rook over. They're coming into these lines here. That's a little bit uncomfortable for us for sure. So now I wonder actually if I should just force the queen trade. No, then maybe not. How do we untangle our game here? Double attack. Yeah, because this is basically what's happening, right? They're gonna. Well, we can do a6, a6 b5 as well. That's a nice way to get rid of their king or their queen. If they're putting their bishop over there, where do we go then? Force the trade-off. We can try and protect that one. This pawn might fall. Can't castle long. Stepping out. There's a move, but I don't know if it's any good. E6. E6 or E5 I think are really the only moves I'm considering here. Oh, no, sorry, A6. A6, E6, E5. A6 Yannick de B. Hey, I requested to join Lionel League Season 30 some all of days ago and I haven't received an email yet. What can I do or can I contact? Yannick, it might just be that you have requested to join in the middle of the week and we are only processing new applicants towards the end of the weekend because the next round starts Monday, Tuesday. Also make sure you have a non-provisional classical rating on Lichess. I'll talk to you about it a little bit more just now. I just got to try not lose this game first, right? So I think maybe a6 is the move. They could still do this though, because if I take my rook is hanging, pawn over here, bishop over here. Then I can go here though, because that pawn's not hanging. So that's a little bit better. Although then they can go here and take, and then they do this, and it's actually mate. So, oh wow. Alright, I might be in some serious trouble actually. I've got to be really careful here. Maybe this is the move. Yeah, we've got to be really, really careful here actually. Here, bishop over, unpin. Here, rook over, we can stop you from being able to get in. You take, we take, you take, we take. Yeah, okay. Alright, so if the bishop comes to b5, we can actually, I think, move our king over to d7. Sorry about something. Okay. I already have an established rating, it's not brutal, that's very good. That's very strong as well. Good luck with the game, by the way, it looks tough. Yeah, I've definitely played myself into an interesting position. You know, this Barmen Defense has a lot of very cool lines, but it can get kind of dicey kind of quickly. Bishop over here might spoil our fun a tiny bit. We could still just walk into, oh no, what am I talking about? They're just going to take their, okay, yeah, so rook over, now this is still possible at least. Then they can double up. By the way, attacking the queen, which is pretty good. So here was my thinking. Queen has to move somewhere. Not sure where she goes. This also hangs this guy here, but currently, so if I do this and the queen moves somewhere, I can take here, right? This, I mean, that's kind of insane, but it seems really fun. Yeah, that still doesn't work. Alright, here we go for it. Okay, so if the queen moves somewhere, we can take this guy now. We just gotta make sure where she moves that it's not immediately losing. Moves here, we take, they take, for instance, to bring the queen in, but we can run back. Oh, okay. Oh, they're going for the back rank mate. Yeah, that's not good for us. E6 or king over walks into a pin. That's terrible. So E6 or E5. So maybe E5 now. And if they play here, we can take, they can take. And we can do what? Here? That's a nice mate, by the way. E6, E5 takes us. E6 is probably safest because it doesn't create chances for them to push past, but yeah, it's still dangerous either way. Maybe here. If the queen goes there. We don't really have much. We can attack this guy, I guess. Or here. That gives us a few more options, but it also allows their bishop to get into the game, which could be problematic. We're just going to go with the small pawn move. Alright, now this queen is hanging because there's no back rank. Mate, we can run away. Nice little move by them, I like it. This was an Alapin, a Barmen Defense. Careful of my time? Yeah. Yeah, like as you say, I am not best at time management. I overthink and I make a lot of interesting positions on the board, which often results in me being low on time versus my opponent. Because it's a bit of a tricky situation, isn't it? Alright, I did see that I could play something like this to hit the rook though, which seems like I might be able to cover the squares I need to. Here, come down with the other one, I go up, you take. Yeah, so here. Oh, you do it anyway, yeah, okay. Okay, oh well, I've got a forced move. Oh no, actually, well, I can not do. I can just move up. Bishop there, I guess. Then I run away even further. Or I take once and then go up. Which one's best? Here, if you take, I can take this way. Or do I want to just get my rook in? That's double attacking. That doesn't matter. Alright, doesn't matter to take or not take is the only question here. If I just walk up immediately, I can still. Oh, but then I can start. Okay, I gotta take, I think. This also gives him this, I think. Yeah. So now I gotta go up. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Now I gotta go here, I guess. They can try and double up on this guy. Yo. Interesting stuff. This guy's falling. Dangerous for me for sure. Okay, maybe I try and trade. And if you say no, maybe I grab. Maybe I step out actually. You can take. Take. Yeah, maybe actually running my king all the way out is best. Then I've got a little check here if I need one to win the rook. Yeah, things are getting very dicey very quickly. But I want to get my bishop out. Very dicey very quickly. Understandable, if I'm not mistaken, you're like 2100 rapid. Yeah, I'm somewhere around there. I'm somewhere around there. With this series as well, I've been trying to see if I can push up my rapid rating a bit. My classical rating is only league games, so it's a little bit tougher than pool games because I have to play against people who can prep against me as well, take the game a bit more seriously. If we end up trading queens now, how are we doing? Oh no, that's pretty good for us because then we can win the rook here, right? Yeah, so queen takes here, I think no good. Bishop takes still gives us the rook. So moving the king somewhere might be a plan for them. I wonder if we can get in a check that could be useful. We could still try something like this. Here, and then here, and then here again. But we have an obvious little threat, although it's, you know, it's a one-move threat. If they don't do that, then this bishop's still kind of pinned to the rook. Then we need something like this, which is not ideal, because then the bishop is just stuck behind the king again. Again, we still have this guy pinned, but I don't know, currently, I mean, this might be the move. There's some checks we could get in. Take with the rook, we can still take. So here or here, we probably want to try and play with this king position if we can. What if they do something like this? No, that still works for us. I think. Could be wrong. No, it doesn't. Because the rook and the queen defend each other. I can trade off rooks though, and if they do this, probably I'll be able to get at their king a little bit in some way. And if I take here and they take here, obviously I'm just up the piece, so that doesn't work. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa, a lot of people coming past the stream today. That's really nice. Thank you very much for coming past. Okay, yeah, they step out of the pin. Understandable, because it was one of the good stuff we had. If I go here, they can stop me, and then I don't really have much. Honestly, I wonder if it might be worth getting out anyway, sacking this. Oh, they've got all these squares covered though. It's not good for us. Here, here. And we just have to run again. Not sure where we're going. The long pawn guy is defending. Yeah, that's probably the best move, to be honest. Now this pawn is still weak. If I push it, does that help me get anywhere? Not really. Being on that side doesn't help me either. Where to go? Where to go? Here they take. There's no checks. We're just gonna go down a piece if this happens. They take and then we have nothing. What if we do this now? Does that allow us to get in anywhere? Not really. That bishop's doing a great job all of a sudden. What if we try to trade off? Oh, the position's looking tough. Position's looking really tough. Yeah, this pawn's just a goner. Here they take. No, what am I talking about? It's pinned to my king. Yeah, options are limited. We're just gonna have to play. What else to do? We've definitely walked ourselves into a tough situation, haven't we? Alright. Still looking if there's some kind of sack that might work, right? But I guess not. Yeah, there's the pawn that went, the pawn that was. It doesn't really give me any way to go, unfortunately. Here, take. This guy's also weak. We still have a check, but again, this guy's just having a great defensive time. Oh! Oh my goodness, talking too much. Talking too much. Alright, so that's going to be a rook trade, almost certainly. That was way too close. There's no way to go from these squares that actually matter. That's very unfortunate. Yo, we literally played on the last second on the board. Dangerous. Okay, we can pre-move this. I don't think there's any in between. They take, we take. They can double attack our knight, but I think in that case actually we might be able to find some way to... I wonder. Maybe there's no way to really get the knight to safety, besides just getting it pinned completely like an idiot. Yeah, this pawn's actually causing us some troubles now. Take here, they take the knight. There's no real good moves for us. Oh, they take there first. Yeah, so if we take, they just take. So we have to take here, I guess. Or at least we check. No, I can't calculate it. No time. Check, the king is open, but I don't know where to go. This looks like it's actually a bit better for us all of a sudden, because I can trade off in this way. Oh no, there's a beautiful mate on the board. Oh, what a beautiful mate by white. Crushing for us. I didn't see that at all. Okay, we clearly misplayed that dramatically, but very fun. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so this is the Barmen Defense, the Alapin. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the situation here. I know castling long is the general idea. Okay, this little in-between move with the queen check. I wonder if I'm just supposed to take the isolated pawn on my side as well. Maybe, because that also covers the b5 square. Otherwise, maybe I'm supposed to just take the knight first, when there is no check yet, and then take here. Maybe this is how they take. Okay, so maybe it's taking knight first, so that our knight isn't moved yet. Anyway, we play it into this position, and yeah, g2 was probably just a little bit too much. Maybe e6 here to get the bishop out. Maybe some of these guys. Yeah, great move by them, I think. Connecting rooks, very, very strong. And we're wasting a lot of time. So maybe instead of bringing it back here, e6 directly, if they get some pressure, we can still come back. Yeah, but they're getting a lot of attention to our king side. Our queen side's quite weak because of how we played. Yeah, we didn't have to take, but it seemed like the move. And again, I thought I kind of just had to run away to get my bishop into the game. Good move, getting it off of the pin, because basically half the ideas we had revolved around the king being over there. And this actually turned out to be a move that traps our king, which is really unfortunate. With the bishop coming in to block that square, yeah. Very, very, very well done here. In this case, what else did we have left? So they're threatening mate, so we'd have to play something like h6 here. Yeah, I think that's h6 or king backwards, so we can play the pawn up. Yeah, probably h6 would have been fine. Let's see. Yeah, I think then we still have time for this. But okay, we got crashed. That was really nice. Very, very nice play by... Oh! Oh! Oh, GG. That was a fun game. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, before the engine analysis, I'm kind of more interested. Let's just take the engine off here for a second. Oh, you know, never mind. We can look at both of them together, I guess. It's not the end of the world. Let's look. Streamed it. And some great moves. Alright. Oh, Yannick, you gotta... What are you saying over here? Smith or... Yeah, be careful, understandable. Yeah, if queen c6, then bishop b5, and you lose your queen. Queen b6. Queen b6? Queen c6, apologies. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I know. I did see that they can then reintroduce the bishop into the diagonal to pin my queen to my king. Yeah, I did see that. So let's just have a look. This is, okay, hang on. So e4 into the Sicilian, Alapin into the Barmen Defense, which only comes up when you take with the queen. Okay, so it's not the Barmen Defense until then. Knight f6 and knight c3, knight f, bishop g4 and f5, all moves. Bishop e3 is good, f6 is the move, and here if they take, I think you just, yeah, you take, and you castle, and this other move that's really fun, knight bd2, you can take, and after bishop c4, you can actually trade off your queen for multiple minor pieces, which is real fun. So I'm going to win this guy as well. It's double attacked. If you defend it, we'd attack it again. If you come over here, there's a little bit more complications, but basically the piece is going to go down. So really enjoyable. Queen f4, rook takes, defending this way. Alright, but they played bishop e2, which is not a variation I really know. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was definitely a weird game. Still masters though, cxd. Cxd is here. Knight xd main. Did take with the knight, cxd. Queen g2 and bishop xb1 have both been tried at the master level and it did not go well for black. Although technically it looks like queen g2 is slightly better. But yeah, we took... Oh wow, it's actually just plus 1.4 immediately. Alright, so let's just look at queen g2 first, because that seemed insane to me as well. Queen h, bishop, rook d8, knight c, g6, queen a4 check, bishop, queen takes, bishop out. Trade off. Wow, okay. This is questionable to say the least. So this king's really exposed, but we've given them connected passes on that side of the board. What's the valuation? It's still equalish. Okay, wow. It's still equalish. Queen h attacking the middle pawn. This doesn't look like it's going well for black. It's still equal, but I don't believe in this for black anymore. This is looking too insane. Okay, interesting. So, and what about? Oh, I thought maybe I should take the bishop after the knight first. Also, so in all of these lines, the bishop takes is just not a great move. Okay, so what if I just didn't take? What if I just played e6? It's still not good. What if I castled long? Still not good. So in this position, you have to commit or you have to play small moves here to cover. Oh wow. Okay. Goes to show what I do and don't know about this position. Hey, what's the evil after long castle? In this position, apparently not great. 1.5. Okay, so take... Okay, but now it's equal again. Okay, and now I'm slightly better. Okay, yeah, so not queen back. You just have to sack your pawns on this side of the board, I guess. Yeah, and then you have to get your bishop out and castle. Okay, so I guess in this variation, long term, you're actually just going to give white connected passes and kind of tell them, I'm going to get you before the game ends because otherwise you win. Okay, but we didn't do that. We brought the queen back and already it's slightly worse. e6 was the move. Okay. After e6 and rook over here. Defend. Here. Oh, okay, now then we get in. Okay. No. a5. Oh, we just always had to move the rook over to t8 to get on the king side of the c7 square, the c8 square. Okay, this is just, oh wow, this is just losing. Oh, of course, my rook is covering mate and the pawn. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a little bit bad for both me and my opponent. We didn't find it. Okay, and you just have to like open up for your king to start running. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, running up directly was better, but this is just busted already. Oh my goodness. Okay, very interesting, but did not go very well. What kind of lesson can we take away here for next time? Alright, so if they play into all of this craziness, what were the moves? Oh, the move was there or there or there or there. A6 up front, I can kind of see, I guess. Yeah, A6 up front at least means that after they check you can do this because they don't have the bishop. And this position I would feel is actually not the worst. Yeah, this is still okay. Everyone's got some isolated pawns. But at least my king is not getting checkmated because I've opened up my queen side so much. Okay. Alright, GG, that was really fun. I'm actually wondering if I can sneak in another game immediately now. I think so. Let's just go check if our son is sleeping or not. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, hello Irina. Good morning. Welcome to the world. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to check if my son's asleep. We're going to sneak in another one. Right, little man is still sleeping soundly. That is good news. Alright, so let's just get into another one then. I'm muted. I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh, hey, I never knew that you can tag me. Josh Gomez, thank you very much for showing me something new about YouTube chat. I am so sorry. I've been talking forever. Apologies, apologies. Let's stop the music. I'm so sorry. Thank you for telling me about that. I was talking so much. At least the arrows were on the board, right? Anyway, we're looking at bishop f5. There was a really fun line there. It seemed if they took the darks for bishop, but they never did. So now my rooks also look a little bit silly. I'm not too sure what I'm doing here, but I'm basically trying to create some complications. If we take, they're not going to take with the knight, are they? If they do, that does allow us to push and start putting pressure on them. Knight back somewhere, f5. Oh, hello, okay. So opening up against this, also f6 is now an option maybe. We can take back here, here. So what if we take first, queen takes, then here they take, rook over, they come back. Yeah, but I don't think we actually we are happy for them to take there. So I think we take and then h3. Just pushing that guy back again maybe. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, this is our weaker guy. We could also try h4, just, you know, going all out silly, but f6 gonna spoil the party big time. What about if we take and they play f6 there? We take, they take. We take, they take with their bishop. Oh, but then we have a lot of potential pressure against the king side as well. I wonder. Take. H. Oh, and then if they do that, we could actually just take this way, and we're just winning the pawn. Alright, let's just continue. So sorry for being muted the whole time. I was so happy to get another game, and I kind of missed the fact that I should be checking my settings. Checking it twice. Alright, now I was going to play here. If they take, we're happy to take and open up the f-file. If they play here, we're going to take this way and just win a pawn, basically. This guy's well protected, so I think we're looking good. Sitting pretty. Sitting pretty. They do still have this bishop f5 move, but now actually it's less and less pressure there. I feel like it's probably the same. Oh yeah, because the queen's not hitting our bishop anymore. Our pawn. Okay. Alright, so are we just going to continue pushing here? I guess so. That also stops them from coming in, which is really great. We are pushing a lot of pawns on the side of the board here, but I think that's basically the plan. Here, stopping that. Take. Queen takes, other queen tries to trade us off. Rook over first might be slightly better, but I'm thinking g4. This just looks right. This just looks correct. g4 just looks like the move to play. Got a lot of pushed pawns. You've got to be careful. We at least have the right color bishop. Okay, yeah. I'm still very happy for them to try trade it off. Although now if they play f6, we're actually kind of running out of here, queen or something else takes here, and we open up. Oh, hang on. Here, then we can take this with check. And then take here. So here they have to take back first, once at least. Take. We've sacked all our pawns for the situation. What about this guy now? Maybe, you know, going somewhere else. What about we try and get this into c5? They can't play like this because the pawn hangs. So here, and they take. We take back, and we've got really good control of the situation. We're still coming in with our knight here. could jump over there if we need to. We could try push this through. I don't know if that works. We're just going to make sure this e3 pawn doesn't fall, because that's going to be with check, which is no good for us. Oh yeah, so f5 immediately. I don't think I like it. They take with their queen probably. Yeah, I don't think that works. f5 doesn't work for us if they are threatening our knight. So any other move? Yeah, so this was the other move I was considering, now that we don't have to cover the e5 square. Otherwise, if we play e5, they take, we take, they take, we take. e5 here, e4 might be nice here as well. f6. Well, knight's trapped, right? So we have to trade. Maybe they take with the bishop. Oh, we can't take while rook's pinned here, and if they push, then we can win that pawn, right? I know they've got some defenses on that, but they can have a worse pawn. So this actually looks very tempting. They take. We take. And they've got very nice squares to get into. So here, and if they do this, we can still... Yeah, I'm really liking e4 here, to be honest. I don't think I'm missing anything either. Take. And if they do take back, we take with the knight. Oh yeah, e4 is looking just juicy. Because the d4 square is not hanging right now. If it was hanging, we would be in serious trouble though. Then we would need to do something. Alright, so one of these moves is what I'm expecting. Oh, f6 is also a move. So take here. We're going to take with the knight, because that gives us jumping potential. Pushing, we're going to take there. Taking, we're going to take with the f-pawn. Opening up the f-file for our rook a little bit more. And we're still up. Well, sorry, we're not up, but we are pressuring this d-pawn, so probably they're going to take. And then after we have e5 on the board, we can put our knight on d6 or f6. f6 is an immediate fork, if that knight isn't there. d6 is really nice though, because it also blocks off the open file, puts pressure on the f7 pawn, and hits all these other squares. Okay, wow. Okay, unless they find a really obvious move, I think e4 was just really nice for us. Yannick, you're back. Okay, so am I. I'm sneaking in a second game because it looks like my son is still asleep, and I was muted for the first, I don't know, 6-8 minutes of this game. Sorry, I don't have chat open on the side all the time, so I miss things sometimes. But yeah, anyway, I'm really happy with e4 was basically what I was saying. I think it was a really nice move here. If they do nothing, are we threatening to take? Because on f6 our knight is still, our rook is still hanging. Because there's no... Oh, you know what? No, screw it. Then we're just going to take pawns. They take... We can take this guy. And then we can take here. And we still have this configuration that we're looking for. Although then they get their... Then they get their bishop over here. Okay, anyway. If they don't do anything, if they don't do any of these moves... oh no, hang on. But then I just take here and then I push past. You know, that's still pretty good for us, I think. We're just getting a big space advantage on the board. And kind of theoretically have a slightly better bishop. f5 immediately. I don't know. f5 immediately. Do you take this way? They take. We take, they take, we take. Getting our queen in there. Or do you take this way and try to open up the g file? I don't know if I want to open up the g file, to be honest. f5. Otherwise we just take, and then again just take once and push past, or yeah, maybe we take once, and after they take back, we push past. And then again their bishop is kind of worse behind their light square pawns, and we've got enough space to play our heavy pieces over to that g file. Alright, so I think I've got answers for all of these moves. Actually, most moves here, if they do something silly, I can just take and push. I think that's looking pretty good. For those who are not subscribers, feel free, obviously. Tomorrow evening, Japan time, so UTC 11, because Japan is +9 time zone. We're going to play our league game, which is 45 minutes plus 45 seconds. It's a long crime control. The league is a little bit more serious. It's not publicly available. We've got a bit more support from the lead chess team to make sure we don't have any bad actors and cheating in the league. And you also know who you're playing ahead of the time, so you can prepare a little bit. So I'm going to be playing someone called Shamdi, who I played last year once before in a Queen's Gambit accepted. I was white, I'm white again tomorrow, so we'll see what that game is. But if you like just hanging out, looking at complex positions kind of slowly, the league game is real fun. The only difference is with the league game I can't look at the chat, because we also try and make sure there's no chance of outside assistance. So I always joke that if my son is on my lap, he's giving me some outside assistance when he's talking. But yeah, for the league game, can't look at the chat until it's done, but anyone who's watching it can go ahead and talk and discuss whatever they want with anyone else in the chat. That's perfectly fine. I'm also thinking I'm going to try and hit 1,000 subscribers end of the year if we can, so that's going to be our kind of on-running goal. So if you want to help with that, if you want to be part of the journey, please stick around, watch a bit, like, subscribe, and all those obvious things that YouTube require. Alright, I don't know, it looks like we stumped our opponent. Get me talking about all these other things. What if they take, and then play f6? Oh, but then that opens up this. Okay, yeah, so take f6. That opens up the diagonal. That's really dangerous. So we can then check once. If they make a mistake and put their queen in, we can put the queen in. If they put their rook or their knight in, what would we do? Just double up the attack again? Not sure. So take with the knight, f6. Bishop check, knight over. I mean, at the very least, I guess we're kind of winning a pawn. Take. Oh, with the knight over our knight also doesn't need to run anyway, because, okay, hang on. So take, or take this way, take. That might be the same interesting plan. Oh, they do take this way. Okay, so now I think we just take here. And we still have this pressure, and we're opening up the f-file for our rook. Yeah, okay, let's just go ahead. So our opponent finally made a decision. And we're going to take with the knight here to try and sink it into these very juicy squares on the other side, if they allow us to do that. Both of them have very good options. If they don't do anything like that, we could obviously just win a pawn here, open up the position a bit more. At some point maybe king g2 might be good, and then maybe rook d1 or f1 because I don't think we have to stick on the e file anymore. So that might be good enough as well. That might be good enough as well. Come on, black, what you got? What you got? 826, correct. Sun is breathing. Alright, black's really not enjoying the fact that they might have to take this pawn and allow our knight to jump forward. I don't really know what else they do here though, because obviously we're going to take. So I guess they could put their bishop here now, but then we can still take, and if they take with the bishop we can just give them the isolated pawn. They can get some activity with their rook. Oh, knight over. Hitting this weak pawn here. That's a good one. We can defend that pawn with a knight. I was actually just looking at this. Doubling up on that, defending this at the same time. Getting here... I don't know how much we care about that, to be honest. Yeah, nice move. We can defend it with our knight, but then we can't jump our knight into our delicious squares that we wanted to. We can defend it with our queen over here as well, but that seems a little bit insane. So I think this is the move. Knight goes over there. Up, they take. With check. Oh no, with a fork, that's just devastating. So here. I mean, otherwise this is just the move. To do this here. Then they can get a little forky in there on our rook and bishop. We have to give that up. Oh, I don't want to give that up. Maybe guys goes over here. Here. God, yeah, the rook has to stick around, right? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this position says that I can sack the exchange. So they take here, they take back, we take, hit the queen. Oh wow, yeah, actually this might be, we're gonna play, this might actually be a position where sacking the exchange is pretty good. Yanak, you asking, was your son born in Japan or wherever you're from? I forgot. I'm from South Africa, and yes, my son was born here in March. My first child, super exciting. Being a father has been really fun, but actually also it's been the good easy part. You know, babies are a lot easier to take care of than toddlers, and I took some paternity leave, so I've been able to spend basically the last 3 months with my wife and child and some family, which has been really nice. So maybe next Monday when my work starts again, things will change. But yeah. Yeah, so he was born here, he'll get the Japanese passport. So this is the move I was a little bit afraid of, but I think sacking the exchange might be worth it. Take. If they take back, we get this. If they don't take back, I think we might just push. Hit the queen. They can hit here, but I don't know if it matters. Here, threatening this. A super juicy position with the knight coming in as well. Oh wow. Yeah, I think I'm almost certain we're gonna stack the exchange here. And if they do take back now, we can take back, and then just we have the juicy square still, and we're also covering that knight jump. Oh wow. Yeah, good to calculate the scary line. you know, to make sure if it's actually scary. Actually, yesterday in one of the, I think it was game 46, was it 40, was it yesterday was 46 and 47? Am I not mistaken? Which game are we playing now? Uh, yeah, this is 46. Yeah, so 47, I think. We actually lost our queen for a rook and a knight, but it was equal. So it was actually an equal position. And then our opponent kind of misplayed it in time, and we got a winning position. So yeah, always sack the exchange. Fine Gold coming in with the great rulings. Japanese baby, yeah, man, thank you. I'm not putting out my family's names on stream. Sorry, I think probably, you know, it's okay for me to be here and kind of sit around in whatever clothing I want, but I don't really think it's appropriate to share. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and sack the exchange here to share my son's name on stream. Thank you for your interest. I hope you understand. Um, he can make that kind of decision for himself in the future. I don't feel like I want to make it for him. Take here, that's check, we do take back. Yeah, take. So we've sacked the exchange now. We've got a very promising position, but we still have to see if we can convert. We've just won a pawn over here. I wonder if they let us, do we push the pawn? Do we just leave it and jump the knight in and threaten to win the exchange back with knight f6? Because then they can take, we check the king. We're still going to win a pawn there actually. King runs somewhere, we take the rook, and then we take this pawn. And we're actually still up a pawn, and we have nice control of the center because of the d4, d5 pawn. So position looking good, black feeling the pressure. We can tell that they're feeling the pressure. No, don't be sorry. I really appreciate you asking. But yeah, I just don't think it's something I should necessarily do. Alright, questions. Do we just jump the knight immediately, give the pawn back, and get an amazing fork? Oh, hang on. We're going to here, fork a Rooney's, and we can still take that pawn. Or do we take, let the bishop come out, and then push the bishop? And the queen, or do we just push the queen immediately? Probably queen down is the move. And then we go here, threatening this. Oh wow, actually I just don't think that they have a lot of great moves for their queen here. Hey, here, where do you go? Yeah, I think this is just really nice. I think our opponent's just kind of running out of squares. Bishop stuck behind the pawn. So we're not going to win an additional, but we have a protected passer, which is good late game. They've got very little activity, so even though we're down in exchange, it looks very good for us. We've got great squares still to play with. Yeah, so queen up, I think b3 just looks good. Oh, queen all the way down. Okay, so they're trying to create a bit more space for themselves. They're also hitting our rook. Got to be careful of the rook. Like, but the rook can come over here, and we're actually threatening some dangerous stuff as well. So we go here, they come up, maybe defending it like this. We push, hitting that guy. They can't come up because then... I know they can. I wonder. I wonder. Well, I think we have to get the rook onto the active square anyway. It doesn't really help not to do that. Yeah, I think we just got to go there. Alright, so I'm guessing this is the move that they're going to play. Otherwise we just continue with the amazing knight jump. because this still comes in with a check, so it doesn't really matter immediately. I was thinking about this, but it's a bit slow. If they take that pawn, I don't think that matters. We could get the exchange back. And well, actually, I wonder if there's a way for us to get, because if we can get that bishop off the diagonal, push, take, threatening a fork, and all of these. Here, check. Now I'm not so sure. Now I'm not so sure. They take there. Not good for us. Yo, how to continue? On this move, I'm just not sure what I'm getting. I don't think I'm getting anything. So maybe this is the plan now. Push here. Oh, if they do push, obviously we are also dropping this pawn, which is unfortunate. But as soon as we get that guy out, we can take here, and then we can come over here, which gives us mating potential. So I feel like this is the move. Here. If you take, we take back. We still have our pawns. We're also still threatening here. Check, back, here. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. I can't calculate all of the complications, but it looks very good. Zane, welcome back. Hang on. Gotta be making moves here. Okay, so they took the pawn. I think we're gonna go do this. This was the plan. Gotta be careful. Things are getting really, really dicey. Yeah, now we do this, and I think this is just looking good for us. Otherwise, I don't really know what we're doing. So yeah, gonna take there, check there, get the bishop out on the light squares. If they take this pawn, obviously. If they take this pawn, I think it's... Oh, sneaky. Yeah, here... Take that pawn. Oh man, okay, I guess we have to, because otherwise, take here... Yeah, this is just a perpetual. Oh no! Okay, maybe our position is not quite as amazing now anymore. We'll see. We can come back hitting that guy, they can defend, we can push out. Oh, that's a nice little find. So maybe we needed to put our king up first. But anyway, too late now. Yeah, we only have 2 moves and none of them are great. They're going to take here. But what else to do? Okay, we got to come back. Sacking extra pawns is no good, so I think we misplayed our very interesting position. Unless they take that guy now, yeah. That is unfortunate. Okay, how to get this position working again? We have to try and build up something here. There. Oh wow, I'm so unsure what to do now. Hit the queen. That doesn't look like it's worth it. Here, if they do this and they walk sideways, that might just be a perpetual. I'm not sure what else to get from that. Here they take, that doesn't help. Sacking stuff's not going to work. What if we take there? This is a little complication again. It's basically the same position, but we have pressure on the rook at the same time and pressure on the pawn, which looks kind of good. They can still check us. They can also take this. Although I think if they check, they actually they're just going to do the same thing again. Alright, this time here, it's still the same situation. So maybe they're just going for it now. Now we're just down a piece and we have like 1 extended pawn. This is tough. Okay, I'm surely they're going to take the queen, right? I don't know why you would not. Yeah. Alright, and activity or defense? I guess defense. And we have to run our king up. And we have to try and get another passer in the game quick. As soon as they do this, we do this. And we're going to run out of... I don't think we can really make this work, unfortunately. Here. Push it, here. King up, take, trade. We've got another passer on this side of the board, but it's hard to make it work. We don't have enough moves in the game. Oh, I guess we're losing now. Oh well. We'll play it out till the end. It is fun to do. I think the sacking rook wasn't really necessary, to be honest. Very interesting plan though. Yeah, I think it was super interesting, but maybe it wasn't necessary. Now align the bishop. I would say that the rook sack is still probably okay. I think it's still good. Not quite working. Bishop hanging. Best repeat threefold. Yeah, Zane, I think you called it. I think I've played, unfortunately, from clearly better to not clearly better. Oh, okay. Giving us some activity. I would take that any day. I think this is actually maybe not the best way to play. Here, and you're going to bang it to my king, right? Take here, there. Walk past. Here. Oh, wow. Oh, oh no. That was silly. I should have moved. I don't think this was right by them. I think they could have just pressured the pawn and taken it and then been fine. But anyway, let's go back quickly before we look at the engine. I just want to have a look. This was very interesting stuff. I was very happy with e4. Pillsbury Knight game was really fun. Rook f3, I'm already kind of not really sure what the plan is. I'm just going to play some interesting moves. Got a trade there, I think. h3 felt good. I expected them to take, but I guess they just never wanted to allow me to put a pawn on e5 long term. But this gave me a lot of activity. e4 felt great. Nice in-between move. Yeah, I didn't have to sack, but it felt like a really nice... Which way would you move it? Probably here, I guess. They take, you take. Yeah, it's still probably just really good. Actually, they take, would you take with the bishop here? To be able to retake with the knight. Yeah, because really you want to play for these squares over here. But anyway, the sack was really fun. Here, we could have already just jumped the knight in. Maybe, you know what, maybe this is where things started to go off the rails. Because if they do this, we still get this really nice jump in. And after that, we can still move our queen out of the way if we need to. Because it is protected, so we can come back here. I wonder. Otherwise, oh yeah, so maybe pushing was not correct. Secondly, I wonder if, yeah, I wonder like something like this, and then just king up was probably good. After they take, maybe king up is good. Yeah, maybe king up is still good. Just stopping that queen from entering the position. Because that pawn's not really going anywhere, and if it does, we can still jump past it. Yeah, here we're just kind of stuck. I don't think I have... Oh, do you mean a threefold like this? Yeah, just going for this, they take, I go here, they take, I go here. And they just have to go for the threefold. We played another 2000 rand played, a really fun game. Really fun game. They're not here, but I'll just say it anyway. Alright, let's see. They didn't request this computer analysis, so I'm just going to run through. Let's just run through. Reshevsky. Knight GE is a little bit more popular, but I didn't really want to complicate. Castle, Knight F8. So yeah, they're playing the proper kind of mainline plan here. H3. Knight E5 is a move. Rook AB1, Rook AE1. Just kind of standard, going for the pawn breaks. Bishop F's. Oh, F's. I don't really know that one so well. Knight E5 is a move though. And then G6. Knight G5. Knight 6 D7. 6 D7. Oh, to keep this knight defending. Anyway, that is something else. F4, yeah, here we go. Knight E, bishop X, F6. I did a rook lift. Let's see if there's some top lead chess games in this position as well. 2000 and up. Bishop up and back. I did consider this, did consider this, did consider this. Oh wow, that scored a little bit better for white all round. Yeah. It is the best move. Okay. We played rook F3, which some people have tried. G back, rook AF1, king H1, H3. We played it over to E. Maybe that was incorrect. Maybe we were supposed to always play AF. AF, bishop, take, G4, knight back, F5, knight over, bishop out of the way, and you take, and they get a really, really nice bishop as well. They don't take because you push through, I guess. Yeah, you push through. It's pretty good for you. Alright, here we go. And now we're on our own. Okay, let's see. Oh, man. Alright, well, very nice to get a second game in. Unfortunate to lose, but I gotta say, a very, very fun game. And in the end, is that not what... I don't know. It's fun to win, obviously. We kind of want to win. Let's see. Knight E6 was apparently not right by them. Rook F3 was not correct. We didn't know what to do. Okay, is it done? Yeah, oh, we had a great advantage until... Oh, was it the pawn push? It was... Oh, man. Yeah, that was just silly. We shouldn't have done that. Streamed if streamed. Game if you are interested. Okay. La. Okay, all good. And over here they're supposed to jump the knight past immediately. Okay, you would probably take queen takes. Rook AF defending the pawn. F6, we'll probably take the knight here. H3 and then G4, I'm guessing. Oh, F5 immediately. Okay, nice. A little bit safer. Alright, they play their knight out first though, and here you're supposed to just keep the bishop and block off. Knight G7, yeah, this is what I was expecting. Then what? Oh, then we take the knight. Okay. And then F5. X, knight X, king X, bishop X, and we're just opening up that king completely. That's not good though. Yeah, everyone did F5, but it's actually just in kind of equal position. So hang on. Up, back. Oh, then F5. Okay. Interesting. Rook sack. Oh yes, and then you're in. Then your king's in. Oh, your queen's in. Alright, that makes a bit of sense. All good. And now the position just slowly gets better for us. Ah, look, the sack was good. The rook sack. Yeah, rook sack, best move. Very fun. I'm so glad we found that. That's good stuff. Oh, pushing is actually one of the moves here. Queen F2 to stop their queen from coming in. Okay, but I definitely did not consider that. Yeah, and we just had to do this immediately. And if they go here, then you just jump in. King goes somewhere. You can take the bishop. Very crushing. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, interesting how you're not taking the rook, right? You're not playing for the material, you're playing for the activity. Super fun. Alright, so I'm super glad we found the rook sack, because clearly the position was really nice. Oh, I'm so sorry you misplayed it, but it was a really fun game. And we still had a bit of time as well. Unfortunate. Alright, well, that was super fun. Thank you very much for everyone who came past. I think we're going to call it here. That was 2 games in our road to better chess. 1 more, and then we've done 50 games, which means we can do another 25 game review and just have a look at all the stuff we've learned in the last 25 games and try and keep that in our head going forward. I'm going to sign off. I hope wherever you are in the world is good. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Help us reach that 1,000 at the end of the year if we can. And yeah, be safe and take care. See you in the next one. Bye bye.